Come on. Doesn't want to work. I've been fighting this thing. Give me 1 second. There we go. Hell yeah. I'm finally being a good boy. I'm getting the correct amount of water to things with the hose. I had to fight it for a while. This nozzle is severely messed up at the handle to where, depending on how you squeeze it, is how it's going to act. So, let's make sure we give the potatoes some water here. And these, got some red cabbage among all this grass and weeds and stuff in here. It really did seem to have a good germination rate, so I want to keep it happy, keep it alive, keep it from being thirsty at all possible. I'm going to have to get a different angle. This hose is kind of heavy once it has the water in it. Let's drag it as far as we got this way for a second. It should cover everything. Start this potato. That was a bad squeeze. Come on. There we go. That's more like it. That's a deep water in about 10 seconds. For this. That's what I'm looking for. If I can just keep this squeeze held and the pressure bladder tank, whatever you want to call it, can keep up, we will get these potatoes watered, these bean plants watered. There's like 4 bean plants right there in that little spray that I'm doing. There's also a lot of weeds. I need to get out here and weed. There's a lot of stuff that looks like little weeds, but that's a lot of this little stuff too in the mix here that's not the beans is, I'm pretty sure, radishes from my radish patch I grew last year. It self-seeded like crazy. I did harvest some of the seeds and I have them inside. I might actually intentionally plant some spaced better and also keep them better evenly watered, because I just harvested one that had just started to flower. So basically it should have been to size at least, and if not maybe a little woody. If you don't harvest them before they really start to flower, they typically become woody radishes. That's what people call it, which is just kind of hard to eat. Just the texture of them, and sometimes even the flavor gets extra radishy. Radishes are already kind of bitter by nature, and the kind that I grew are called black Spanish radish, and they are spicy, peppery. But yeah, we're just out here being good gardeners. I'm gonna have to, I think, switch from shower to jet. Maybe just get a better squeeze. I'm not even squeezing. Did I lock it on accident? What is going on? How? Okay. It's the whole... I think I might even be able to fix it if I just adjust this. I'm not 100% on that. I'm about to have to just go buy one right now. Oh, my lord. What is wrong with this thing? It's like a half squeeze. Can I get the pressure back? There we go. Now we can get where I didn't get yet. Just in case there's some in on that weeds. Give me 1 second. Okay, so I got that break. Crisis averted. Back to watering. See a bean plant right there. I kind of can't even really see my video at this point. It's bright out. Oh no, there's a bean plant that looks kind of sad. Let's hit in. It's hard to tell what I'm getting in frame here. Okay. That also is a bean plant. I'm at max hose length right now. There's not a bean plant right here in that gap. I feel like I could plant one there. Just give it some water in case anybody's being a late germinator. Ooh, I do see one right there. I also see where the cows came through the fence and shit in my garden, and I still haven't scooped it out. I need to do that, like, today. Probably won't have, or take the time, or make the time. I'll probably get to that another day. But I'm doing this trick that kind of hurts your arm after a while right now, where to get further out, you raise the tip of the hose in the air. Okay, yeah, I didn't get that potato hill right there. Let's go get that on the shower. If I can squeeze the hose in. I don't think there's a possibility that I could overwater anything right now. It has been so hot and dry. And it's also midday. This is not when I should be doing this. I should have done it once again. I was awake real late, and I thought, it's almost sunrise. I should water the garden. But I didn't. So here we are in the middle of the day, spending more water to do less good. It's definitely going to help. It's also going to help feed these weeds if I don't get out here and hose in. And, it's probably going to be a lot of hands and knees, especially if I try to not disturb all these radishes everywhere too much. Just picking and scraping with the trowel, and a little thing that I like to call a hand mattix, because like the bigger version of it, I feel like it's called a mattix. One that's meant for two hands. It's like a one-handed mattix, I guess. I try not to be as direct with this hose setting, but it definitely helps you get farther with the jet. You can just kind of let it be a shower down onto wherever you're at, arcing it to it. This water feels actually really cold. It must be coming from deep in the well. After I ran the utility sink faucet with a bucket in there for far longer than I really meant to. It overflowed. I don't think I had any fertilizer left, liquid water-soluble plant nutrients in the bucket. I think it had all overflowed out. It's like, by the time I got back in the house, I thought it was laundry going, kind of. And I just ignored it for a minute or two. And then it dawned on me. The well is finite. That is not laundry. What are you doing? But apparently I didn't dry it all the way out. We have water. I just gotta not dry it fully out. I am gonna need a shower between now and the rest of my day. So I have definitely been out here getting dirty. And I plan on planting a couple of these dormant plants I bought. Maybe even the grapes too. I might do the grapes just here in the garden area, the main garden area that we till here. I think I'm going to do two, what are they called? Red gooseberries. I think I'm going to do those in this brick bed where I sowed some lettuce seed that I don't think I kept moist enough to get it to germinate. I really don't. I think I'm going to just let the pressure catch up for a minute and adore my little bean plants. And hope they're not mad at me for letting them get too wet. But actually, if I can reach it from here, I might hit the garlic. And I'll show you something special on the garlic here in a minute. Something I like to call a gardener's treat, gardener's delight. Or if you're friends with a gardener, a lucky day in June. I don't know, those that know are probably laughing. Those that don't are like, what is he talking about? These radishes some water too. They're screaming for it. It's already kind of too late. Give me 1 moment. Okay, so we took a short pause. We've just been continuing to water everything. Just trying to save some time on the video. I'm sure you guys are probably bored of this already, as am I. And as for the garlic tree, so there's two main varieties of garlic, hard neck and soft neck. The hard necks have a hard neck that goes basically all the way to that root base, very bottom of the bulb. And the soft necks kind of have one that pretty much stops at the close, and there's just close in the middle instead of a stem. And with the hard necks, they have a stem that goes all the way around, and instead of cloves in the middle, they just have like a single ring of cloves around a central stem that goes all the way down. And also, one little treat that hardnecks give you, if I can give myself some shade so that I can see what I'm showing you to tell if it's focused and everything. Right about now at the midpoint, end point of May, you'll start to notice these little things poking out of the middle of your hardnecks. Those are delicious. They are called scapes. And here's one that kind of, if I can see my own screen, this is where, okay. This one right here. Okay, they get this, there we go, now it's in the light. This shape to them that kind of has like a base along it and then a point, and it'll kind of carry that point towards the tip of it, kind of like a, not ultra close to the tip, but just several inches from the tip, like a good hand length or so, maybe even past the wrist a bit, to that little kind of bulby looking part. It'll be tapered off to the end from there to a point and just going down to the middle, but they'll keep growing and they'll curl over once. And when they curl over once, you come through and you cut them, and you can use them basically like you would a green onion or a scallion to get a light garlic flavor in some dishes. Good and easy to use in like soups, stews. I like to use them in potato dishes a lot, like even if I'm just frying potatoes. Just when the potatoes are about halfway done, starting to get crispy, go a little, like a couple minutes more on them, and then throw in the scapes with about 5 to 6 minutes left to go, so they'll get a good saute on them, because you don't want to eat them raw. They will be a bit too spicy if you eat them raw. But if you just saute them a little bit before using them in dishes like fried potatoes, or even, I recommend doing it for maybe slightly less time, but get them just starting to get soft at least in a saute pan, even is how I do it if I'm adding it to any kind of like, I haven't really made a soup with them yet, but I've done some like beef stews and stuff and added some scapes in the summertime. Just things like that. Even just sauteing them in some butter, just a big bunch of them in a pan, and then putting them in a smaller pan with some garlic and herbs. And when I say garlic, I mean the cloves, minced up, and some herbs and some butter, and just melting the butter and letting that just sit on a low heat for several minutes, just to let the flavors kind of incorporate, and then like top a steak with that. Oh my goodness, steak off the grill with some nice butter like that. It's wonderful. But I think that's about it for today, guys. I just wanted to take you with me as I struggled with that hose nozzle and watered the garden, and show you these scapes, because I'm excited that it's officially scape season. I noticed them like a day or two ago, and I just like jumped for joy. I just said, yay, scape season. Anyway, happy gardening. Have a good one.